Hello, I'm the barrister Stephen Barrett, and I wish to be absolutely 100% clear. Keir Starmer must resign or be removed from office by Labour MPs who have decency, dignity, and who care about our country. Obviously, everybody knows that Keir Starmer, against the advice of the security services, appointed Peter Mandelson to the office of ambassador in Washington, whilst Peter Mandelson had behaved absolutely atrociously, selling out our country, betraying its economic interest, and chatting to the disgraced paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. He may face a trial over that, and I trust any future judge to deal with the fact that certain things are in the public interest and to provide a fair trial. He's not my concern. Keir Starmer demonstrated a complete and utter lack of judgment in appointing him. This is not accidental. He was not betrayed. He must have known. He must have had suspicions. We know that Gordon Brown had suspicions last year, in September last year. That's when Gordon Brown reported his suspicions reached such a level that he was willing to report Mandelson to the authorities. The only reason to do that is because you have suspicions. Gordon Brown, by the way, also appears to have been CC'd in via his nom de plume email account. So he was well aware that chats were going on. He may not have known the absolute detail, but he was well aware. And Jeffrey Epstein was involved in sex trafficking, illegal sex trafficking, what I would call in the good old days slavery, and paedophilia. And the idea that such a connected person, and photographs of Peter Mandelson were publicly available, where he celebrated with a birthday cake with Epstein's birthday, where he lounged around in a dressing gown. It was known that he used Jeffrey Epstein's New York mansion whilst Jeffrey Epstein was in prison. This is not distancing yourself from a paedophile, this is carrying on the friendship. And that he celebrated his release as Liberation Day, because these people are moral sewers who do not understand that it is absolutely monstrously evil to sexually touch a child or to harm a child in any way. These people simply have no morality, and our current Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, has demonstrated that he too lacks that. There is a second reason that Keir Starmer needs to resign, because he is currently scheming to give away our Chagos Islands. Our Chagos Islands they're part of an archipelago. That's a collection of islands over a distance, so they are actually quite spread out. One of them is Diego Garcia, and Diego Garcia hosts and has hosted since the 1960s a vital American military base. The Americans, because they don't want to get involved in the psychodrama, have said, whatever happens, we're protecting our military base. And I trust them, and they will, because they care about their country and they look after it, unlike us. So what we're currently facing is the idea that Keir Starmer will pay £35 billion of our money to a tiny little nation called Mauritius, for whom it's unbelievable amount. I mean, it's like you or me being given £35 billion. It's such a large number, we can't possibly comprehend how much money it is. He's selling out the native Chagos Islanders, and he's threatening our security for nothing. And he will try and say they are lying about law, and if I appear angry, this is the kernel of it. No lawyer should mislead a non-lawyer about what the law says. So they are currently misleading people by saying that a UN court, called sometimes the ICJ, or alternative the International Court of Justice, they're saying that it ordered us to give away the islands. No. The law is very simple. It's like maths. Okay? If somebody says 2 + 2 = 5, the answer is very simple. It's no. No. That court has not ordered us to give away the islands. More importantly, that court does not have the authority to give away the islands. And membership of that court is entirely voluntary, so we could leave it if we wanted to. The entire thing is a sham. I strongly suspect that in the future we will see all sorts of trials, and I don't want to prejudice any of those either. But provided we have good and strong judges like Mr. Justice Goose, we will get through. The simple fact is that people in the public eye are bound to attract criticism, and if they then and later end up on facing a criminal trial, whilst we do presume everybody innocent until proven guilty, judges can and will be more robust about interpreting what is and is not prejudice. He, this spineless little weak man, this pathetic man called Starmer, often tries to scare people with the Contempt of Court Act. And you know what? That can be my next video, just to make sure no one feels afraid. Take care.